Hello, Farlanders. I did it right. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 781 of Farlands or Bust as we exit the hidey hole, not from the last episode, but from the last stream. I'll have you know. I'll have you mind. Let's grab Wolfie. Get rid of some unnecessary items here. And I don't know why I did that. Continue west towards these here farlands. Oh, they're here. We made it. No. Let's continue west towards the farlands in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 here. The last version of Minecraft to contain the farlands in their original organic form, so we do not update. That's why we don't have a hunger bar or sprint functions or any unnecessary accoutrement such as that. But we do have this amazing terrain generation that has never been replicated or duplicated in the current versions of the game. And that's why everybody loves Farlands or Bust. But yeah, like I said, this is episode 781. For your Saturday, May 2nd, 2020. This one is being recorded live on Twitch. Twitch.tv/KurtJMac. Just checking to make sure I had enough Wolfie treats. And we're raising money for charity. The Progressive Animal Welfare Society here in Seattle. Pause. We've raised $1,805 over at farlandsorbust.com. That is where you can donate. Look at this. They're like, it's like a legs. This thing, it has a legs. Sure, that's what I'm saying. It's like a Star Wars walker thingamadooz. You know what I'm talking about, nerds. Yep, Cone is the one in chat who had that figured out. I'm not saying. So yeah, farlandsorbust.com, where you can donate to the charity, and when you donate, you can ask a question. And when you ask a question, it gives me something to talk about. Because often, after 781 episodes, I don't have many of those ideas for things to talk about, so it helps significantly. Ooh, look at all these pumpkins. That's a big pumpkin patch. Not the biggest I've ever seen, but... 14. Isn't the biggest like 16? And once we got a double, so we had like 32 or something like that. I don't remember. So yeah, continuing on. Have been streaming over on the Twitch. A lot of potential spawners that I'm just passing up. This past week, found yet another weird niche of playing video games not the way they were really intended, and then gaining attention for it. Because you know I'm just all about getting attention on myself, just all over. But yeah, started playing Astroneer again, which is a game that took up a month of my life last year, and was solely responsible for me not being able to play 365 different games. But back into Astroneer, because they added an interesting little side mission sort of thing where you can collect, package, and send trash away to some fictional recycling company, and then they give you incentives and different model skins and helmet hats and other things. And I found it to be kind of interesting. But then we discovered that they had recently also added a paver. In addition to a drill, you could put a paver on a vehicle, which then paves a flat road that is the size of the vehicle. So I combined the two and thought, let's flatten out an entire planet. Let's remove everything and just put up a parking lot. like that song goes. Then I discovered that to be too difficult a task, so I thought, you know, it would be easier. What if I just start digging a trench all the way around the circumference of the planet, digging and digging and digging deeper and deeper and deeper until the planet is cut in twain, entwixt, in twos. To slice a planet in half. Now, I didn't start with a small moon like I did when I tunneled from the north through the south pole of the moon in the Astroneer beta. No, I chose a full-size planet because I am smart. And I did that for like 3 days, 3 streams straight. And everybody, much like here in Farlands or Bust, started to calculate how long it would take me, and everybody's just like, oh, this is another 27 hours. You could do it in like 3 or 4 streams. And it was getting a lot of views. The Astroneer devs came in chat one of the days and was like, you're crazy, what are you doing? What did that planet ever do to you? And after 3 days, I was pooped. I was right out pooped. I did discover it was slightly easier using a controller, despite the fact that I normally play the game keyboard and mouse. But it felt like I was, like, driving across the country. Because my eyes, my body, my legs were all just completely... I could play video games... like, for 3, 4, 5 hour stretches, but normally they're either different video games or the games themselves have different actions, like here I'm jumping, I was just boating, and then there's some digging. At least, like, the variation stimulates my brain places. This was just driving in one direction. I couldn't just, like, hold W and let it do it itself, because you had to manually adjust the pitch of the drill so that you took away enough material to create a trench, but not too much material where it would create a tunnel and thus be connected, but not too little material where you're not making progress. So yeah, it was kind of desert bussy. And man, it was not fun for me. I mean, it was fun for the fact that it was bringing viewers and stuff. I don't know that it really brought too many subscribers, or like that didn't really fold into a good business decision, but yeah, I might return to it at some point, but I am certainly not married to the idea. I am very much not. It's not something that I feel would be a big loss if I never complete. I had somebody ask, I've had many people ask over the past few streams that I haven't been playing it, but I figured I would clear that up. Perhaps you didn't know I was doing that, and you would like to look at the VODs and have the very big advantage of being able to just fast forward through these 5 hour streams where I'm just driving and tunneling straight for that amount of time just to see the progress. Or perhaps that's not your thing at all, and I don't blame you. But yeah, I sure do have a way of finding such things as these. A similar thing happened with Farming Simulator. In how I was playing it by just stealing everything in all of the town and putting it in my house. People were very interested in that. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, where I must continue to do these things that are not really normal in a video game, but I continue to do them. Maybe that's why a game like Witcher didn't really appeal to me, because there really is no way you could play that wrong. I'm sure there is, but it's more like speedrunning wrong, as opposed to like fun wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. And usually am. But I did recently find, or I didn't really find it, they sent it to me. Lumberjack's Dynasty, which is a game that we played for a little over an hour that had very little to do with being a lumberjack. And everything to do with prehistoric creatures roaming the earth. Strangely modeled Uncle Grandpa and Uncle Grandma. And shooting walls with nail guns and holding them sideways. Like 90s gangsters. That's what that game's about. That's a game that we can find something interesting to do with. Oh, man. Speaking of interesting, so interesting, we're going to go to sleep and continue in the morning. And Uncle Grandpa-ness. Indeed. I think Wolfie's tail is slightly down. Hey. Hey. Oop. All right. Carrying on. Carrying on. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I smelted a bunch of iron during the last stream. I think I want to replace my helmet after, you know, getting shot by a skeleton in the last episode. But I do have questions from donors. OurLandsAreBus.com to donate to Pause. Progressive Animal Welfare Society. I keep having to say it like that because people mishear me. Like Key Sky, who up until recently I was pronouncing Quay Sky. Key Sky asks, I know you're not huge on racing, but do you have a race that is memorable to you for more than just the race itself? For example, the German Grand Prix last year was a weird time, but such a good race. No. Yeah, I guess I don't watch. I mean, I used to watch, like, NASCAR, but not really religiously. I mean, I was really into it. Gosh, when was that? When did Dale Earnhardt die? I was really into it then, but then, like, I had to work that Sunday, so I missed it. So I didn't hear about what happened until after I got off work. Well, like, that's not one to mention, I guess. I don't know. I don't really watch racing. I've been to races, and, like, they're memorable for that, but I don't, yeah. Like, I don't really watch F1. Can't really watch F1. Remember racing. But yeah, no, I don't, honestly, I remember, like, video game racing and races more than I do real races. Like, I remember that Formula One. There's like one Formula One race that I raced against when I was just playing with Beef. Those were good times. No, and can't remember where it was. It was at a track that's not on the schedule anymore, but it had like a bridge and it was like a city. And we were like fighting back and forth throughout the entire thing, and that was a good race. And it was like a photo finish at the end too. I don't remember where that was or what that was. But then I also remember in like the first season, me and Cone, Valencia? Oh, Valencia! It was Valencia. The first season where me and Cone played in Austria. I can't remember if I beat him or not, but I had like a really good car there. But it was also like slipping and sliding all over the place, and I was pushing very hard, and that was just fun to drive. I think that was the first season me and Cone played together. And then there was Monaco. But yeah, no, I don't, yeah, like you said at the beginning of your question, I'm not really big on racing. Like, I like racing, and it interests me, but I'm not a spectator of it, I guess. Key Sky goes on to ask, what games that you don't have a recorded number of hours in from Steam do you have the most time played in, not counting Minecraft? Well, yeah. What's one game that you did not enjoy but played a ton in the past? This is a very complicated question, my friend. I don't know how to find like those, like, your most played games. I mean, I think I just went through this on stream the other day because Astroneer just surpassed. What did Astroneer just surpass? Astroneer just surpassed Wreckfest because I was playing Astroneer and they were both at like 190 or something hours. PUBG I have the most hours in, but I don't feel like I have a lot of hours in it. Mostly because I'm very, very bad at the video game. So that like doesn't seem like there's any sort of payoff for the amount of time I put into it. I mean, No Man's Sky is a game that I didn't like, that I know I played way too much of. But that was a easy game to just let happen. Still no Bisected Planet though. Listen. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I really wasn't a big gamer before this. It would probably be Call of Duty United Offensive, because I played that a lot online. Like on my old PC, like through college and after college. Like I played a lot of that online, and I wasn't good, but I wasn't bad. Just like public servers, team deathmatch servers, and stuff like that. So I played a lot of that online. And I wish that was still a thing. Just that sort of simple game like that. Like also Battlefield. I played a lot of, speaking of like, you know, Ravenfield came out. I played a lot of Battlefield 1942 in single player mode. Because even when I first got into it, like all the servers had been shut down. So I played a lot in single player. Or just like co-op mode where I'd have a friend join and then we would just fill the map with bots. I played a lot of that. That's all I can think of that are like pre-Steam days recording how long we've played each game. But I couldn't even fathom what the numbers are. It might even be so small and pale in comparison to doing games now. Yeah. I mean, I played Call of Duty on this channel, like the original Call of Duties. But, Stick. Well, I got at least 12 hours in it. That's for sure. Even a game like Kerbal Space Program or BeamNG Drive, we played a lot before they showed up in the Steam library. So I don't know how many hours I have in those. Total, actually. What game would you give to a first-time gamer? Not necessarily a kid, but a first-time gamer. I don't know, I was trying to think about that. Because the girlfriend would like to try games. She has, like, one of the Super Nintendo standalone, like, includes 15 games, little mini consoles. But other than that, that's her knowledge of video games. But I mean, like she said, she would enjoy and rage at Glass Mash. She does think games like Totally Accurate or Totally Reliable Delivery Service or Human Fall Flat would be fun, but she does find controllers to be a bit complicated. Sims, I don't know that she would find that fun. Although she might. I don't know. But I feel like she's probably like me, where she doesn't just sit back and watch things happen. She wants to be part of it. Portal, yeah. First you gotta explain WASD. And that whole thing. I mean, she also wants to try the steering wheel and like driving games, but probably just to crash. And I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. But similarly, like she wants to like play GeoGuessr and stuff like that. I said that weird, right? Let's not talk about it anymore. Or even she seemed interested. Justin and the group was playing Codenames, which we're getting into more video-based board games, I guess. But I still think that counts. Anything that you can stream on Twitch is a video game in my mind. Murder that pig. Oh yeah. I don't know. There was also cleaning out the garage video game. Yep. What was Cone? I'm breaking the fifth wall here. What was that website or something you were going on where you were ranking cereals and dogs and weird stuff like that? You'll have to share that with me. She really wants to play that because she could go on and on about whatever that's about and different topics, ranking, categorizing. Tier list maker. Tier list maker. Tiermaker.com. Sponsor. Not really. I have to take a look at that because that I know you'd find interesting. I mean, Star Trek. We stream Star Trek together, so that's a video game. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And a tearness. Tears for fairness. Finally, Key Sky, what game would you give to someone to get into my types of games? Your types of games? My types of games? Walking simulators. Like, probably ease them in with something that's a little bit more accessible, like, Proteus. Before heaving them into the Connor Sherlock deep end. Or even something like Everything. Everything still has a lot of those game elements, and is, to me anyway, vastly interesting. Eidolon? I feel like Eidolon has too much of a storyline and point that it could be frustrating for people who've never played video games, who, like, expect some sort of payoff or, like, plot. So I feel like a game like Proteus has a plot. There's a conclusion, a beginning, middle, and end sort of seasonal thing there. Everything has kind of a story. It doesn't really ever end, I guess. But it's very interesting as far as gameplay is concerned. If I just give them Mountain by the same person as Everything, Mountain will probably be disappointing. Yeah, I think those games. Like, because everybody already knows, like, racing games and Breakfast and like, Minecraft games and whatever. But I would want to introduce people into walking simulators. Greg, thank you for your donation. Greg, and question here. You have a good eye for photography, Kurt. Did you realize that you're a spitting image of Ansel Adams when he was about your age? Really, just look at the Wikipedia page. I looked, and if you're saying a pale, balding, bearded man, then yes. Spitting image. Spitting image. Cone is saying, so Minecraft is nowhere on this list? I don't know. I do honestly believe that when I see people, oh, this person's never played video games before, let's show them Minecraft. Like, you still have to really ease them into WASD. That's something that we take for granted, having played so many first-person games. Just the keyboard and mouse control schemes. And now, like, teach that to somebody who might not even type with home row. I feel like Minecraft is a little bit advanced. Or even, you know, clicking, you know, so many people click, clicking and holding. Clicking and holding, I think, is an advanced technique. Jumping with spacebar. Hitting tab for your inventory. Tab. Tab. Not E. E. Well, I guess people are saying it's me in 20 years is Ansel Adams. He's probably like 35 in that picture. So he's probably younger than me. I don't know. Ansel Adams is alright. I do like the photography. I don't do any of it enough anymore. I would like to, but it's also expensive. And requires you to be outside. And, like, have a subject. And knowledge. Knowledge. Lamborghinis. So yeah, I don't know. But thank you, I guess. I don't know how that translates. Alright, I should get a boat. Actually, this is stupid. Actually, let me just go across the well. Alright, Wolfie. Don't spawn under the ice. Oh god. He's gonna do it, isn't he? Oh god. Okay. Oh, you dumb idiot. How could you be so stupid? He's 48 in that picture. Well, I look like crap then, I guess. Oh, man. Stuart. Hey, Stuart. Thank you for the donation. And the following question. I remember, Stuart remembers, a long time ago you mentioned that you dabbled with cigarettes. Cigarette production, that is. A tycoon, I say. Getting in on the ground floor. No, dabbled with cigarettes. I was in the middle of giving up smoking when the lockdown happened, and unfortunately have gone back to smoking. What advice have you got for someone trying to give up a bad habit, cigarettes or otherwise? It seems that there are just not enough distractions at the moment. What do you suggest? This is a heavy question. This is a very heavy question that I'm by no means qualified nor even really comfortable answering. It's mostly in the kindest way because I think smoking is gross and I don't understand it. Like, yeah, I maybe like smoked 10 cigarettes in my day. Yeah, start collecting classic Japanese automobiles. You won't have money for cigarettes. Or you'll blow yourself up because your carb is running too rich. So yeah, was that a smoking sound effect? No. So yeah, I just don't think I have a personality. And yes, I know it's all like chemical or whatever like that, but I feel like I haven't had a drink in over a year. Like I'm done with that. So yeah, that's a very tough question. And I don't have specific advice because I've never had really overcome anything like that myself. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's tough. If something like that is almost medical, and I would seek medical counsel. The thing that gets me is that it's like, you know, when you say, oh, I don't drink, people are like, oh, why do you choose to do that? The way I think of it is the opposite. I'm not choosing to not drink. You can't choose a negative, a null. People choose to drink. That's an action you actually have to go out and purchase, exchange money for alcoholic drinks. Like, that's the choice. There are steps to do it, and each step is continuing with your choice. And I feel like similar with cigarettes or whatever else you may be addicted to or whatever. So just as far as like my frame of reference, stop buying them? I mean, I guess that's just how I think of it, and I know it's not practical or probably even possible for a lot of people. But I mean, and like that goes for like vaping or whatever. Like I see and know a lot of people who have stopped smoking and are just like now have replaced it with vaping. Like, stop buying vape thingies. Like I really don't have, and that maybe it sounds insensitive or whatever, but that's just how my brain looks at such things as those. Maybe it's an emotional, mental thing, so take care of that stuff too while you're at it. I don't know. This is a very, very deep question. But good luck, I think. Yes, well, yes, good luck, but it's not luck. You know what I mean. That's just, woo. Woo. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't, I don't know. You say there's not enough distractions at the moment. I think that's part of the problem, is using it as a distraction. Same thing with drinking, or whatever. Spawner? Spawner! Well, we're gonna have to explore this during the stream of Far Lands or Bust, because I don't have time to do it now. Ooh, this whole place seems very dangerous, though. Let's go in over here. Boop, 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 boop. Wolfie? There you are, you dingus. Alright, yeah, let's dig in here. Let's also, spooky noises. Let's also... Oh no. I knew this place was dangerous. Oh dear. I mean, not that it matters. The mobs don't have pathing in this version. Alright. Oh geez, I left the door wide open. Dang it. Who let me do that? Let's... That... And that... Ah! Oh, that's not open. Oh, there we go. And, make some beds. Boop, boop. Put it like that for some reason. And hopefully monsters don't spawn. Dang it! On us when we sleep. Indeed. Indeed. Well, I have been uploading these Far Lands or Bust live streams to YouTube as well. So if you're really itching to see what's in that spawner, that'll be up there. Or you can catch one of them live on twitch.tv/KurtJMac. Like, favorite, subscribe. Yeah, farlandsorbust.com is where you can donate. Primarily donate to charity. Progressive Animal Welfare Society charity, that is. And I appreciate that and your questions. I'm all out of questions. Get your questions in, and they'll be in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Spitting image.